Great. Thank you for being here. And it's refreshing for me to hear an alternative perspective to the subway and high-rise view or vision that has been pervasive over the last decade. And I would encourage Council to listen to this. You've touched on the citywide plan. And I'm concerned, as I'm sure you and others are, that we're moving ahead with this Broadway Corridor Plan when it should really be part of the larger citywide planning exercise. Would you like to elaborate on how you see those things working, and if we were to send this back to be included in the citywide planning process, what that would look like?
Yes, I would love to do that. I totally agree with you. Doing the Broadway plan and then going off and doing city plan just seems to be contradictory. Councillor Wiebe and I were volunteers on the 2013 Mount Pleasant plan, which has been forgotten apparently. I held a charrette, I just checked, on the 22nd of June of 2013. So how is that not part of a 2013 plan and now it's a 2010? Those are the kind of things that can happen, all right? On a citywide plan, what I would begin to do is a pilot project in several neighborhoods, listening to the neighbors, seeing how it is, and come out from that with a set of prototypes, a kit of parts that then the neighbors could choose and pick amongst to build their own community plan, all right? So we can do 22 community plans out of a typology of maybe 10 or 12 pieces. One of those pieces is whether it's subway or whether it's Olympic tram. And if it's subway, we have spent, 24 times more on building the transit than we have if we do the tram on trolley streets, 12 times more if there's no wires. So once you spend that kind of money, what do you have left for the kit of parts? Most of our treasure has gone to the transportation. And then there's a discussion about what creates a better neighborhood. And if we want a walkable neighborhood with livable streets and affordable housing, we have to do the kind of things that we did for Prior Street. And we have to do the kind of things that change what we've been doing for the last 20 years.
Now, you commented that you were part of that 2013 process, and contrary to what we've heard here, I've received a lot of correspondence from people that have participated over the years in the various different plans in the areas affected here, and they feel categorically that they, all the work that they put in, which Councillor Wiebe touched on previously, has been ignored. And in fact, seemingly forgotten, again, part of the loss of institutional memory, perhaps. But can you comment on that as someone that participated in this process? What does that say to the citizens of the city?
We're just at the 3 minutes, so.
We met during that plan. Councillor Carr and I had lots of discussions during that process. I walked into the Broadway and Cambie display center for this plan 2 or 3 months ago. I couldn't recognize what was on the boards. I didn't feel there was a single thing that I could contribute to that process the way it was shown.